Hello everyone and welcome to another Star Wars The Old Republic Q&A video. And the question that we were asked, was asked in one of the videos, was the TOS video actually. I can't remember who asked it. Someone did ask how do we get our dots to stay in the same position? Now what I do is, it's very important for a dot spec class, first of all, to, you know when to refresh their dots. That's why we're on Toggy Tim, who is a balance spec Sage, okay, which is the dot spec of the Sage tree, of the Sage class. And what we're going to show you is how we get the debuffs to display. So if I show you how I put up some debuffs, what I'm going to do is put them there, pop up that, pop up our thing, and then we'll throw up a Vanquish. Now what I do is have it, you can see Vanquish comes in first because it has the shortest duration. So I like the shortest duration one to be at this point. All the buffs are highlighted. Mine are highlighted, and all the debuffs on the target are highlighted, and they always appear in this bottom corner right here. So it makes them easier to track. So how you achieve this basically is we go to the UI editor. Okay, make sure you click on the target frame wherever it is. Target frame should be selected here. You could change the scale of the buffs and I think debuffs as well. Can we change the scale of the debuff? Now what you want to show here is highlight debuff. Okay, it will highlight any personally applied debuffs with the duration of 5 minutes and below. Really, the only way you really need this, you could make it 1 minute and below. It's not really gonna matter. 15 seconds, I think it's what, 17 seconds? Is it 18 seconds? I'm pretty sure it is. The wrong thing. It is 18 seconds, these two are, and Vanquish is 9 seconds. There you go, for the Sage. Been a while since we played the Sage, so make sure you have the target frame selected, and you want to be highlight debuff, which will highlight it. The duration doesn't really matter. The only 5 minute debuffs are from the raid cooldown, force empowerment, that you get, and it goes on to friendly targets. There's no real huge reason for the debuff duration, so personal buffs you don't need to go with. What you want to do here is personal debuffs. Again, this option separates personal debuffs from non-personal debuffs, then sorts and displays selected debuffs. So it will always place the debuffs wherever you have your debuff bar. Okay, for me it's here. I think you can change it. I'm not certain whether you can change it. I think you can have it above or below. It says show effects on bottom. I don't know what that is. I've got it unselected. I'll just make sure it's displayed with no target. But I like my debuffs highlighted because you play a dot spec, of course, it is always very, it's very important to keep track of your dots, when to refresh your dots, and when to reapply your dots. So what I do is the debuff sort time is total duration. Okay. You could have time remaining, which sorts it by the time remaining, or you could have apply time as well, which is basically when you press the button. So if we go to apply time and we save that, if I put up Vanquish first, Vanquish will always be there, okay? And then I put up Sever Force, and then I put up Weaken Mind. So basically it's whatever order I apply them. I like it whatever one's left, because I want to see the ones left down here on the Operation Training Dummy. This debuff goes off. Wait for these to go off. Wait for these two to go off. So now if I apply Weaken Mind, then I apply Sever Force, and then I can apply Vanquish. You'll see here it's the order I've applied them that it is for that. So, target frame. I like it. Personally, I always go for total duration because I want to see the one that's about to finish. You can have time remaining, it's kind of a similar thing. It will re-sort it. So, oops, evaded. Vanquish and Sever Force. So whatever one is about to end first, it will have here as well. Should have put the other one up first, really. That would have been smarter to put Vanquish rather than Vanquish. But what we'll do is wait for Vanquish to come off cooldown, pop these two back up, and then pop our Vanquish up. And I'll show you, it will show you Vanquish there as well, because that is the one that's going to come off first. It really doesn't make a huge difference, really, the other two. I just like it that way. The way I just like it is just by total duration, generally. Because, again, I like to see the buff that's going to end first be here. Because right now I'm maining a Plasma Vanguard. So I'm maining a dot spec. We just use this class just to highlight it. But they'll always appear here and they'll always be highlighted. You'll see, I can't really show you a different debuff because I don't have anyone else online. You'll see here it's got a little sort of gold bar around it. I can't highlight anyone else's debuff, obviously. I don't know if it had a companion, whether they would put a debuff up. I don't know if that would work, but it will highlight our own debuffs, and they'll always be here regardless of how many debuffs the target has. Our debuffs will always be here, and it is very handy if you're a dot spec, because you always want to know when to refresh. Your dots pretty key. But anyway, that is all for this video, and that is how you sort your debuffs in order. So thank you for joining me, and we'll see you again soon, and goodbye.